I think the biggest challenge we have in food today is that we've optimized for the wrong things. And if you look at the last 30, 40 years of food innovation, the biggest innovations and the biggest companies have grown out of this need for driving costs down as much as humanly possible, and therefore using factory farms and processed vegetables and pesticides and antibiotics to squeeze every dime of efficiency out of food production. And the challenge is that has come at a serious cost.
The food that people have made it very easy to eat in the recent past is filled with excess fat, excess sodium, and that's really shown itself in the overall health of the population in terms of diabetes, obesity, and general overall health.
We started the Good Food Innovation movement because we realized that now the timing is right for stakeholders in the food and technology ecosystem to come together. It's really an evolution. It builds upon other movements, but what it does is it says, look, technology in the past has not had the best track record with the food system for a number of reasons. It could have been because the technology was crude or because there were human behavioral issues. But now technology has gotten to the point where it's mature enough where we can actually harness it to not only address market problems, but also to solve problems that improve the food system, and that's huge.
I think that this good food movement that's been happening all over America and all over the world was really started as a grassroots movement, and it continues to be that. And that momentum that it got from the beginning, that it's continued to gain as the movement's grown and expanded, is because more and more people get involved. And so I think it's important for people to get involved because they'll have a direct influence on the expansion of the movement and the success of all these great businesses.
The impact that food has and that footprint it has on our life and culture is really much larger than people realize.
Food in our country solves a lot of problems or causes a lot of problems. It's also a huge market that has had almost no innovation in the last 50 years. Today, innovation is considered by many of the big companies to be putting the same product in a different container, and that's not solving problems.
When we think about innovation in general, we think about what are people doing today and what they want to do, what they aspire to do. When you combine innovation and that process of food, we ask, what do people want? What is that, what bothers them? What is that, they want to be better?
We all have to eat, and we currently don't do a good job of feeding our population. I think as our population grows, our food supply is only going to get more strained, and I think we need to really innovate around how we produce and process food.
Good food innovation is really about thinking about food a lot more holistically, not just does it taste good and does it provide calories, but what do the companies that produce these products stand for?
Being at Appetech will let you meet great minds, learn from them, and hopefully inspire you to come up with new ideas and fresh innovations that will change the food industry.
It's so important for everyone to get involved in the good food movement because food touches every aspect of our lives.
I think there's this kind of emerging trend that's happening well beyond food, where people value experiences more than things. And the food experience is something that is truly precious because it's so human.
Right now, the rules are just sort of being made up as we go along, and it's really driven by bringing people together.
This will be the defining moment of our generation on our planet, and I welcome you to join us upon Appetech and be at the forefront of this good food innovation movement.